Welcome to East Coast Reviews. Today, we're doing another whiskey examination. Also, first off, I just want to say, hope everyone had a great St. Paddy's Day, which was yesterday. So cheers to everyone. Hopefully you guys had some green beer. I did. 2 pints of green beer. Do you have green beer, Dad? No? Unreal.
No. I had a beer in a green can.
Well, cheers to the panel. Thank you guys for being here. Before we talk about what we got Dan from FLX Beer Reviews. Cheers to Dan. Also, check out Mike. Or Mike's part of Dan. Dan's part of Mike.
Mike's his lower half.
They are one. Dan and Mike are just one. And then we got Bumpyisms. Sorry.
Yeah, isms, because I got many of them.
Bumpy Road Brews is what we used to call him. Now he's Bumpyisms. Cheers to you, broski.
I used to be Bumpy Road Brewery, too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I thought about changing my name, getting rid of LQ, making it just liquor, and I was like, no, man, I'm just going to stick to it. But then we got Beer Man. Shout out to Beer Man. Cheers, Beer Man. What's up, bro?
Hello. Cheers.
All right. So we got something pretty interesting. We're all beer guys, right? Well, for the most part, we love beer, you know. We got Irish whiskey that is finished in craft beer barrels. This is Jameson Caskmates. I believe the name is Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition. I think that's just what we're going to go by. Irish whiskey. 40% alcohol by volume or 80 proof. It says a blend on the side. I will say it does say that. Product of Ireland. Anything on this thing? Product of Middleton Distillery. Middleton Company, Cork, Ireland. Check them out. You can go to jamesonwhiskey.com. On the back, it says finished in 8D Brewing Stout Beer Barrels. Caskmate series is a result of a collaboration with our neighbors at 8D Brewing. They bar our cask to age their fine Irish stout, and we then finish our signature whiskey in these stout seasoned oak barrels. The result, the classic smoothness of Jameson with notes of coffee, chocolate, and butterscotch. All right. So, this examination.
Do you know what the funny thing is?
What's up, Bumby? What?
If you read down, like, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, product of Middleton Distillery and Middleton Company, Cork, Ireland.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's no
Cork. I know. They're out of Cork and they're using a screw cap. Yeah, really. What the hell's wrong with that? What was I saying? Oh, 6-point category rating system we like to do on this show. Totally threw me off a little bit there, but it's okay. So we like to go over 6 different categories, all equaling 100 points. We got aesthetics, nose, flavor, mouthfeel, finish, and value. Aesthetics and value are 10 points. The other 4 are out of 20 points. Yeah, should be fun. We like to go around the panel first and let everybody say how much they paid, what size bottle they got. I think, like I said, this one used to be, for some reason, the last 3 ones that we've done all used to come in 50 milliliter bottles. I remember them. I used to work at a liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
This, you could get this one and the IPA one. Oh, I also didn't mention that. They also have an IPA edition of this Caskmates, which is like a series that they do with the beer barrels. But yeah, you used to be able to get a nip of that one and this one. Used to be able to get a nip of the Tullamore Dew and the Bushmills. I remember Bushmills used to have those Bushmills were like $1 for a glass bottle.
$1 a dollop
for a 50 milliliter bottle. But yeah, now I'll start it off. I guess I paid for a $7.50, $36. What did you pay, Dan?
Dan's playing World of Warcraft. He'll be with us in 20
I don't
years.
think you can't do that on your phone, so maybe he's
Actually,
playing that zombie
promoting
game that
our
you used to
stream.
play.
So I
And I'm ignoring the chat. I'm sorry.
have
Oh, you really found one.
the little nip of Stout Edition. I got 2 of them, and the total came to $4.95 after tax for 2 of them.
For 100 mil.
And they had the whole lineup. They had the IPA, they had the coffee, they had the orange, they had the regular, the whole lineup all in nips.
So I guess they still make them then. So that's
They
good.
make them.
Actually, the guy that was working the counter that owns the liquor store, he's like, enjoy them while you got them because they don't make these anymore.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Which may be the reason why I couldn't find any of the small bottles. So that's what I looked for. Went right over there because I saw them.
I was so happy.
Yeah, I saw them on the website. Yeah, $1.99 for a 50 mil, and they only had the one size, $7.50. But I only paid a whopping $31.99.
Still not bad. Well, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought I was thinking you were in the 40 range, but yeah, 31, $2, 32,
$32.
That's pretty good. That's you get state-run liquor store prices, which is typically something like this is you can get it for a good price.
Yeah, just watch out for the other stuff. We don't get the super hype stuff a lot. That's the problem, I think. The stuff where they charge you more than what the bottle actually costs. We don't find a lot of that.
So if you did the math, how much would you have paid for a $7.50 there, Dan? If you think about it, like $34 maybe. Something around there. I think that's it. It's like third round, like maybe. I think it would Dan. So what would it be? 750 divided by 50. That's how many nips you would need.
And they were what, $1.99 or whatever.
So it'd be 15 nips. So if you were to buy 15 of those little bottles, and how much did you pay, Dan? For one?
After tax, it was $4.95 for 2 of these.
So let's say $5.
Sure.
That's for 2 though, so you have to do it by 25 instead of 50.
Oh, so $2.50
or whatever. Yeah.
So 15 times $2.50 would be $37.50. So still not bad, right?
Right.
Okay.
They're not charging you like a super extra amount for not having a lot.
Trying to look it up.
Yeah, I think it would be. Oh, you're looking up $7.50 price. Well, beer man, what did you pay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well,
For
beer man.
$7.50, I am right at the same Bumpy, but I did $31.95, no tax.
Oh,
Got you beat, Bobby. What do you think about that? Cheapest on the panel tonight. What were you, $31.99?
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
Wow.
To wish.
Beerman has to be a winner once in a while.
4 cents. 4 cents. Beat you by 4 cents.
Yeah.
It's looking around like $32.
32, that's not bad. Yeah, so I paid a little bit more, I guess.
They got the IPA for the IPA is expensive. That's
Actually
36.
Actually wanted 38 at Yankee Spirits. I found this next to my mom's house for 36 at the other store that I typically go to. Yeah. Cool looking bottle. I like the black label. It's Jameson, you know what it is. For the style of the bottle, I don't really mind the screw off, but I would say I agree with Bumpy. Yeah, it would look really nice with that cork, especially considering they're from
Cork, Ireland.
Yeah. But they got tasting notes on it, which is pretty cool. You don't see that too often. They're trying to let people know like what to expect. Just the whole concept behind it is really cool too. The neck sticker, yeah, it looks nice. I do like it. I like the look.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too crazy.
It's got that grainy feel to the paper.
I want to pour it. Let's pour it. I'm gonna crack mine open.
Oh, I poured it already.
Rivet there.
I'll tell you what, I like that feel
Oh, I
that
almost smelled it.
Bumpy just mentioned. That's the same. Mine's embossed even on the little one.
Yeah.
And
It's
this
got-
is
yeah, that kind
glass.
of- it's like that. It's like that old what's that paper? Construction paper. Construction paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of the feel of it. Construction paper.
Yeah.
And it's a glass bottle too.
Look
for
at
being
look.
a little.
I managed to fit my forehead along with a PBR sign in my glass.
Yeah. This one's definitely a bit darker. It's a bit darker in color than the other Irish whiskeys we've done.
Yeah, it's got a look. Yeah, definitely a little bit more of a kind of going towards that bourbon kind of caramel color. But still, I would say it's still more of like a dark honey.
Yeah, honey.
Nice green bottle too. That's the other thing with whiskeys. You don't typically get different
Yeah,
colored
that looks
bottles,
cool.
right?
I mean, you don't really know what it looks like though. That's the only thing when you purchase.
Well, you can tell that it's not brown.
But it's green like
What I'm
Irish.
saying, if you're purchasing it,
Yeah.
you know.
That way you can't pinch the bottle.
Well, you can tell that it's not super dark because it was darker.
Wow. Slacking. Let me see if I can find.
It's green.
So we were saying that typically Irish whiskey. So this is a blend, and I think people were saying in the chat too that Irish whiskey can also have like other grains in it, but it's typically 100% malted barley. But this is also
this is a blend.
But it's a blend of different Irish whiskeys.
Pot still Irish whiskeys.
But the mash bill of those,
and let's not forget
pot still Irish whiskeys, you don't really know what grains they're using. They don't really say. But it should be barley, but you don't know. They could use some other type of. I don't know how much of a restriction there is. I don't think there is really much of a restriction. I think they can use different
blend of Irish single pot still malted and unmalted barley plus grain whiskey.
Is that what it says on the website?
This is from the whiskeyjug.com.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's pretty good. Let me find that.
And the stout, they said, was from Franciscan Well Brewery. It was their microbrew stout.
X bourbon and X stout. Okay. Age NAS.
Smell it out of the bottle.
So no age statement. We also have no age statement. Just to make sure.
It's different.
Everyone knows that. Yeah. What do you guys think about aesthetics? Dan?
That's different.
It's more chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I meant like a
chocolate.
I meant like a 6.
Yeah. I want to go to 7, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's in this price range, I feel like you could get something better looking as far as presentation. So I'm right there with you.
I feel like the presentation could have been bumped up if they used the cork. Like
that would be cool. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
with the cork. Yeah, I see.
I don't hate this presentation. I think it's actually better than some of the ones that I've scored. That I'm going to score it at the same score. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's a darker appearance too, which is nice.
Well, I'm going to stick with the 6, but I do agree. Like, this is a cool looking bottle. Like, if you brought this out in front of your friends and set this on the table and you had beer buddies that kind of drank whiskey every once in a while, they'd be like, oh, what's that, dude? That's interesting. Yeah. You know, catches your eye.
Gives you tasting notes and everything.
Tasting notes,
I'm at a 7 as well.
You guys are at a 7? I could go up. We'll see what happens. So yeah, we're at 40% alcohol by volume or 80 proof. This is what it looks like. You guys want to go for the nose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I noticed that smelling that out of the bottle at a distance, it gives off like a stronger like chocolate and coffee note.
Yes, dude. It does.
A little bit.
With that toffee caramel.
Woo!
A little fruitiness.
It still has that little bit of honey too.
Honey, got a big raisin and it's like got a dark chocolate, like dark chocolate covered raisin kind of.
Craisins.
Craisins. Yeah.
Oh no, those are cranberry.
Raisins.
Chocolate covered raisins.
Yeah, like dark chocolate though. That's what I said. And then this guy's over here saying craisins with
Oh,
cranberry.
crazy for the yeah, those are the cranberry. Yeah, raisin.
It's like
I mean, maybe even a golden raisin.
the Nesquik powder that used to be in the old tins back in the day.
I also get apple. I get apple. I get red apple.
Yeah, apple's very dominant. I just noticed that. It's strong.
Caramel apple.
Vanilla though. Nice vanilla note. I'm getting like a really like I'm kind of getting a little stingy kind of like spice combined with ethanol combination.
I'm getting like mint.
There.
Yeah,
I could see the little bit of the cooling kind of mint. You guys get all right, so let me ask you guys. Now, do you get chocolate or coffee?
I get chocolate and coffee. Oh, toffee, big right there.
Oh, you guys get any
Toffee now. I get it more. That's why I said sniff it out of the bottle. If you open up the bottle and then kind of hold the bottle just like
this is the first
nose, you'll notice more of the kind of chocolate and coffee.
Oh, and cheers to the chat. I've been completely
chocolate bananas.
Comments. Cheers, Tater Dom. Bumpy with the
Cheerio.
Cheers, John. Hopefully you're still around.
Yeah. A little banana, maybe some walnut.
There's a lot going on
for the best Jameson in his opinion
versus the other Irish ones we've done.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The Black Barrel. Have you guys had that?
They have the Black Barrel. No, I haven't.
I used to drink Black Barrel all the time.
Yeah, I've had it before. I don't recall like how much I liked it though.
As I just put in the chat, I like without getting into this, like
the coffee cold brew one,
the cold brew edition. That's a nice one. I do have a small thing of the IPA edition too.
Yeah, this is like a nice caramel coffee tone to it, and chocolate's like a nice like Easter candy chocolate. Because St. Patrick's Day is over with, and now Easter's coming up.
I will say, like that deep kind of cocoa coffee thing. It smells a bit dusty.
Yeah, like Easter chocolates. The old ones from last year that you didn't find.
You know what it is, Bumpy? It's that little chocolate covered egg in the foil wrapping that you found at the bottom of all the grass, like 3 months later. And you're just like, you're questioning it. You're like, I could eat this. I'll give it a go.
When you open it up, it's kind of got like the chocolate's kind of changed. It's got this kind of like white, kind of powdery look to the top of it.
Yeah. It's not as ethanol anymore.
I'm having a tough time getting past the ethanol. I also poured a decent glass, but look at those legs, though.
I don't get ethanol anymore as bad. I get all of what we're talking about.
Before we score the nose, let's take a sip.
Sure.
We've been doing this lately, and I feel like sometimes it enhances the aromatics, too. It helps you open up your sinuses. Cheers, guys.
Ooh. Chocolate coffee.
Wow, this is
that's good.
Pretty dang good.
I like how it goes away from that kind of just plain ass honey note that I get out of the other Irish ones.
Spice and warming. Woo-wee.
It is, but it's smooth still, going down. And it's straight up like that chocolate coffee. A little bit of a nuttiness, I think, on the finish too.
Like walnuts or something.
Okay, now take a little whiff. Get a little smell.
Get down.
You'll get the ethanol, but not.
I feel like
if you stick your nose in it.
Up your sinuses a little bit. I don't know.
If I bring the taster away a little bit, I don't get the ethanol. I mean, if I rest it on the bridge of my nose or the underside of my nose, the ethanol is kind of coming in a little bit, but it's not too bad.
That's like a dangerous dessert in a glass, dude. It's like super low ABV. Well, not super low. It's like, it's low. You can kind of tell it's a little bit on the watery side, but then you get those nice little chocolate coffee notes. I'm really starting to pick up a little of that spice. It's a little bit more peppery spice. I kind of wish it was a little bit more cinnamon spice. It's a little bit more on the peppery side, in my personal opinion. But then, you get a big lingering like char and kind of bitterness, which I like. I like that a little bit of that astringency. There's like a big astringency left on the finish.
Honestly, this flavor,
the finish.
It almost mimics a nice age, like because the flavors kind of got that sweet chocolate and caramel.
Big vanilla note too. You guys notice a vanilla? Maybe like a touch of like citrus and vanilla.
Yep. There's always kind of a vanilla with a chocolate. I think that they use vanilla in chocolate.
They do.
I just tasted like
they use
Swiss cake roll.
Well, if you're thinking about real cacao, like chocolate,
that's what I get.
So there's a difference between cacao and there's a difference between cacao and chocolate, right? So you take the raw cocoa or whatever, like that's different than chocolate. Like chocolate is like when you add different ingredients.
You make it sweeter.
Yeah.
Or more bitter.
I don't know why, but I'm getting a little banana peel.
I'm not really getting that banana note. You guys keep saying banana. I'm not really.
I think the banana note's coming because the chocolate comes off like that Easter bunny chocolate candy, where it's kind of this like dulled out milk chocolate. It's like a waxy milk chocolate, which almost leans towards banana.
To me, it comes between that cocoa and that vanilla.
But it's also like
it kind of leans towards banana towards the finish of that chocolatey type note.
Now, Beerman said apple. Beerman, do you get that? Like they're saying butterscotch, but I'm thinking like maybe like a kind of like caramel apple.
I get caramel apple with banana, chocolate banana,
caramel
with coffee.
I get straight up. It
sounds like a freaking sundae.
It does, and it tastes kind of like that.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It has that.
I don't know about the nuttiness. You guys are getting nuttiness off this?
Like I was thinking walnut, but
not. I like that.
Clench your tongue to your palate after you take a sip.
I don't think
you get more. So coffee in general, I guess, typically could have like a little bit of a nuttiness, right?
Yeah.
Like brown ales and all those other darker beers.
I took some water. I'm gonna try it again.
Which are usually more coffee forward. Sometimes typically have a little bit of that nuttiness to them. Like we're working with a stout, so they're like this is like a beer was in this. It's not like where you're just getting a chemical reaction off the barrel. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
Like there was actually a product that was made in this barrel that they're finishing in. It's not just like so. Typically, when you just age a barrel in like a regular oak barrel, you get that chemical reaction. The little honeycomb like holes in the sides of the barrel, they expand. They get smaller. That causes a chemical reaction that creates flavors. That's a little different compared to like something like this because there was a stout in this. You're going to get that coffee, chocolate kind of dark, richer, decadent kind of flavor enhanced. We also don't know how long they finished it in. They don't really tell you how. They don't tell you that. They could have threw it in there for 20 seconds and pulled it out and say, "Hey, it's finished in a stout barrel, guys."
Here's the way it kind of because I know that I had to go hit the restroom real quick. But you're talking about the nuttiness, like you were asking, like where's the nuttiness and stuff like that? Because I guess you're not getting it. To me, it hits like a Nutty Buddy bar. On the top, the ones that have that chocolate glaze over the vanilla ice cream with the little bits of like the nuts on top, and you eat it all together. It kind of combines, and there's a slight kind of nutty finish, that kind of like thin chocolate coating, and then you get some of that vanilla ice cream too. The vanilla
cone, the ones with the cone.
Yeah, the Nutty Buddy bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like taking a bite out of the top.
So I'm looking at the official website here.
Good, man.
And I think we're nailing it so far.
Oh my gosh, excuse me.
From what they say.
I'm obnoxious. Well, yeah, I'll read the notes after if everybody does everybody want me to read the notes? Or do you think we should talk about it a little bit more?
Just kind of checking out like the nose because I know
I can read them. Nose says an initial aroma of freshly cut hay is complemented by a crisp. Is this stout, right? Okay, make sure they're not talking about the IPA. Crisp orchard fruit character, green apples and pears with a twist of lime zest. Mild pot still spices of pear, deepening from green tea to hazelnut and milk chocolate. So that was the nose.
Nothing about mint.
No, there's definitely like a mint cooling kind of.
Yeah.
But that's also kind of that ethanol-y thing.
Right. But to me, like I can get ethanol, but like to me, like it kind of came off like a chocolate mint a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Like a not so York.
So maybe it's just the ethanol burn, but mixing with the chocolate, maybe it just kind of my brain was just.
You guys, let me ask you guys right now to determine if we're still friends. Do you guys like York peppermint patties?
Yes.
Yeah, I like their mint patties.
What's that?
Do you like York peppermint patties?
They're okay.
Well, that just explains our friendship. It's okay.
No, I'd rather have Andes.
Andes mints are better.
I'd rather have Andes. Like they're good. I like
because they're harder. It's a harder chocolate. The Andes has the snap and it's got the green stripe.
I'll give you this.
You can't ask a guy from New York an opinion about any type of food product without them getting all upset.
Right. You haven't had pizza. You haven't had pizza until you come to New York.
Hey, I'll give you this. The last time I had a York peppermint patty, I don't eat them often, right? Last time I had one, I really took a bite into it. I said, "Huh, that is refreshing."
Yeah, very good.
So the next time you drink and drive, make sure you have a York peppermint patty as your passenger.
I get that butterscotch now, man, in the nose.
No, officer, it's not alcohol. I've been eating peppermint patties.
Drive safe. Drink responsibly.
Oh, that's totally there,
I had
dude.
to throw that disclaimer in there for you, Bumpy, okay?
Drink safe, drive responsibly.
It smells like pancakes and syrup.
No. The first one. Pancakes.
Banana pancakes with hazelnuts and syrup.
Oh, there is kind of a flapjack-like smell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the nose a 17.
I think that's that butterscotch toffee, though. I think it might be starting to come off as maple. Yeah.
This is really good.
This is gonna be one of those glasses that when we finish and you leave it for the night and you smell it in the morning, you can be like, oh.
Yeah, dude.
So who wants to get it started with the nose? We don't really we don't have to get it in order.
I got 17.
I got a 17.
Really?
17.
It's a fabulous nose.
Almost went 18, but 17.
I'm gonna go odd man out. I get the ethanol, guys. I don't know.
If you stick your nose in it.
I'm gonna go with 16.
Here's Tanner's guy's nose.
Yeah, bro. You saying I got a big nose?
No, I'm just saying take it away a little bit. Let your inner Bumpy come out and just.
No, this is how you nose whiskey. Hello. How are you?
Yeah.
Good day.
And then throw it over your shoulder.
Yeah. Toss it out. that guy's great. That video is awesome.
The lead guy at Jack Daniels says you gotta go like this.
Oh,
circle.
Lead guy at Jack Daniels is like, you gotta pour it all over your face. That's how you get the face. Jack Daniels. No.
The lead guy at Jack Daniels has some broad below the camera line that you can't see. Keep going.
Yeah, dude. I can keep sipping on this. This is good.
I like the flavor much more than the nose.
Me too.
Really?
Wow.
Finish, I wish would be more cinnamon spice.
We're not to the finish yet. Damn it.
I'm
we
saying
haven't got to the mouthfeel.
I'm saying overall. I mean, we're drinking it, aren't we? I'm not giving it a score yet. I'm just saying. I think I like the flavor.
You're not going to have anything to talk about.
I think my favorite category so far is definitely the or overall. Before I give any numbers, I would say is the flavor. The flavor on this is phenomenal. It's pretty damn tasty.
I think it's great.
I just took a sip of
a little bit of
this
beer,
pale ale,
And
then took a sip of this because I did that because there's such a stark contrast between the flavors. It kind of makes one flavor pop out. Now take a sip of that whiskey, like those flavors really kind of pop, and they get that nice sweet on the back end.
Yeah, I got hazy, but damn, that's good.
It's like sort of like when you eat something really sweet and then you take a sip of coffee. The coffee just comes out more robust because the flavors are just completely opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not advocating chugging beer and then drinking whiskey and trying to, taste it, but it is nice.
Now, was the regular Jameson as good as this one?
No way.
Because I didn't join that episode because remember the fruit flies.
No. Jameson scored 1 point higher than your
Cheers, Sam.
Last one there. Your Bushmills.
Oh yeah.
Don't pull that comment up,
The vomit one. Bushmills taste like vomit.
Why can't I pull that comment up? It's so right.
Speaking of flies in the bottle, I threw out a bottle of Fireball today. The top was all crazy.
That's an interesting way to review whiskey there, Sam. Say that there, brother.
So, flavors. What do you guys think of the flavors? As Dan drinks water.
I don't want to talk first.
I'm assuming that comments towards Bumpy. Bumpy's like my employee who's actually a troll.
Yeah. If you're my boss and you piss me off enough, I just might act.
What are you guys thinking on flavor? You got for a number for flavor?
I got a number for flavor. Since Dan went last time, I'll go this time. I'm going to give it a 14.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because I'm comparing it. I'm not comparing it to just Irish whiskeys. I'm comparing it to like all whiskeys and bourbons.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. As far as the Irish whiskeys, I mean, this thing would be like a fucking 19. A 19. If it was compared to the other Irish whiskeys I've had, this is fantastic. But it's compared to like standard bourbons and whiskeys.
I hear you there. Yeah, well, for Irish whiskeys, I'm giving this an 18 on flavor because it's fucking delicious.
Hell yeah!
Can't stop drinking it. I just want to have more.
I do like it. With that being said, like I said, I think this is I'm going to give it points where it needs the points. And I'm going to give this a 17. But I'll let you know what I think about the other categories. But it's not above from here. I'll just say that. The flavor is my favorite with this. I think what I like about this is not so the richness, which is typically like what I look for with a whiskey, but the complexity. There's so many different flavor notes, but it's kind of a thin. It's like a thin profile. With
I don't agree.
Yeah. Well, what did you give her for flavor, Dan? You didn't tell us your flavor there, brother.
17.
17. So we agree there.
Yeah, I don't agree that's a thin profile though. This is 80 proof. I mean, for 80 proof, I think regular Jack Daniels is a lot more watery than this.
Well, I mean, as far as whiskey,
I like Wadier. That sounds better.
Wadier. I'm sorry, Dan. This is why he doesn't come around often.
Because it's a Wadier.
It's dry, which makes it feel thin, but it's not super thin. It's dry. It's got a drying feel to it.
Well, I just feel like I don't think it's. I wouldn't necessarily call it thin. I feel like it has. Puppy just leaves. I feel like it has just like a more tame, laid back flavor profile, but you get like a lot of complexity. So as far as like the mouthfeel, in my personal opinion, I think it's a little bit lighter than I wanted it to be. I think stout edition. I feel like this would be 45%, 50% would be phenomenal. That's why I'm gonna say that I am not super crazy on the mouthfeel. But yeah, if you took this and there was any way you could get some type of barrel, I mean, imagine this barrel proof, like that would be.
It's barrel proofed. I mean, it's aged in a barrel. Oh, son of a
bitch. Get it together, Bobby. No, yeah. Imagine this at like 45%, 50%. You don't think that this whiskey would be friggin' phenomenal?
Oh yeah, if this was like
higher ABV, yeah.
I think it's phenomenal as it is.
I think it's still good. I'm saying 45, 50.
A lot of the times a higher ABV helps things.
50%, 100 proof. If they made this 100 proof version and charged you $50 for it, I'd pay it. Would you? I would.
What?
If you could get 100 proof version of this for like maybe $15 to $20 more, would you pay it?
For 100 proof for $15 more?
$15 to $20 more.
No, for maybe $10 more.
I think it's if you were to make this 100 proof and charge $50.
I think that this is satisfactory enough that
I don't know.
I don't need that extra.
I think you're looking at this from the complete opposite end of where you need to be looking at it.
Why is that?
You need to look at it as this is an offering of 80 proof Irish whiskey that has the flavor of a higher proof whiskey.
And
Irish whiskey.
It's so
like
sweet.
that style adds that depth. That adds that depth and character to an 80%. Like think about the 80% beer or
Irish whiskey. It doesn't have the richness.
I think it's rich.
It's pretty rich.
Flavor.
No, I'm saying it doesn't have the richness of a 100 proof or higher.
I mean,
but does it have the thickness?
No, it's got the complexity though.
Complexity,
I'm
which
saying it doesn't have the you guys know what I'm saying.
I'm looking at like this. Like a couple weeks ago, I brought a beer. It was a 5.5% session IPA.
Yeah, like Treehouse's
and it
pale
was
ale.
like super hop saturated, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And like it drank like a double, and I got everything I would want out of a double except for the ABV, which I was okay with. To me, I'm getting a lot of big flavors that I would get with maybe a bigger ABV
You guys taking a big sip?
Irish whiskey.
Have you taken a big sip?
Have you taken a big dipper?
I did now.
I appreciate
it. Dan can't take a big sip because then all of his whiskey would be gone.
I'm going to open this one now.
It's a very smooth.
Hey, Dan, does yours have a cork in it?
Are you going to buy more nips, Dan? Are you going to buy more nips, Dan?
I have the IPA edition.
I'm saying of the stout. If you drink those two, do you think you're going to buy more?
I'm going to start calling Dan Nibbles.
The orange one.
We'll see
I
when
might
we
buy
get
one.
to value. We'll see when we get to value. You'll answer
I'm
that.
gonna go back.
Nibbles.
I'll tell you what, though. I might go back and just buy one of each just to have it.
I've never had the IPA one either, but this got me intrigued. Unfortunately, I didn't see any of the fucking small 50 mils either. I don't want to pay $30-something for the IPA one if it's not as good as this.
I might.
IPA one is. See, that's the thing with these too. It's a good. I watch a YouTube channel. They're called Curiosity Public, where they pretty much review all different types of spirits, like I do. Kind of, they review whiskey.
I've never heard you mention those guys.
I'll be right back. My daughter's calling.
I've talked about Curiosity Public before, but they say
my sarcasm meter is up to here.
Oh, okay. But they say academic experience, and I would say that this is a good academic experience, and the IPA one is a good academic experience. It's like it's unique. You don't get many whiskeys that are finished in beer barrels. Like it's just not something that too many people do.
This,
yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
You're right there, man. Would you put the rest of your whiskey in your beer?
Hazy beer, hazy.
Oh, hazy? Damn.
I know a lot of orange.
That's a barrel aged hazy right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's dangerous. God, I got dinner with my father-in-law later, and I'm gonna be buzzed.
Well, I'm glad that we can on all jokes aside, I'm glad that we can sit here and just kind of hang out and talk about whiskey. And you guys are, I can see everyone's like growing to be really like intrigued with whiskey, and it's cool to see, Before this guy, Bumpy, corner over here, wouldn't even touch you too, beer man. You guys weren't even didn't even want to touch the stuff.
Well, in the past, but not.
That's what I'm saying, but it's awesome. It's like me with the beer, I kind of learned from you guys with the beer, and then you guys, you're kind of growing with me with the whiskey, and we're learning together, and it's fun. And Dan, you too. You've actually, I remember watching your 2023 recap and update for your new year. Mike was all saying how that's been big with you too, getting all into the whiskeys and stuff. So all three of you guys,
Yeah, it's good to see the other side of the world.
But it helps with your beer reviews too, because I mean, if you're gonna do something like your barrel aged stuff, it's like to try to find those notes. Bill said, "I think you're all getting buzzed."
Where you at for mouthfeel?
Mouthfeel? Me? You want me to give my mouthfeel first, or? I would say, I think I like the nose and the flavor over the mouthfeel. I will say that for 40%, you are right. It is. It's a lot better than your typical 40%. So I think a 15 for me personally would be fair. So I'm gonna go 15 out of 20 for the mouthfeel.
I think there's going to be.
Excuse me.
I think there's going to be a caveat to the scoring for this.
It's all going to equal.
I mean, what I mean by that is, actually, I just had this conversation with Giles Arcade today with beer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't rate beer for what it brings regarding the style and what it is. They just rate it as how they like it, which I feel like is a fault. So the transition I'm trying to make with this is, I think this rating is not going to be indicative of this rating versus like a bourbon. It's going to be this rating versus other Irish whiskeys.
Yeah, true. And to kind of talk about what you said about based off style and the way you just rate stuff based off of how you like it. So I'm typically one of those people who are going to give a rating based off of how I enjoy it. I don't try to compare it to styles as much. But with that being said, I've always said to people, if you agree with my taste notes and if you agree with my flavor profile, then you would be more interested in watching my videos. If you like the stuff that I like, then down the line, if I'm reviewing something, you might like it as well. So I've always said that. I've never been like, I don't want to say beer snobby, but I've never been too strict and been like, oh, this beer doesn't live up to the standards of what this style is. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. And if I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy it. And I'll let you know that. You know what I mean? I just kind of, I'm also kind of, I'm still new to all this. I mean, I've been doing YouTube for like 7 to almost 8 years now. But I'm still always learning. And I'm not going to be that guy that thinks he knows everything. I'm always going to be, true to you guys and call it as I see it, as Alex says. And, and I see what you're saying, though. This would definitely be, of the Irish whiskeys, something that is a really good product. Yeah. And if you're an Irish whiskey fan, you should probably look into this. But that's the thing, though, too, though. There's could be people who are Irish whiskey fans, but they don't really like bourbon. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't want these big, giant, bold flavors and this big spiciness and these big decadent flavors that we typically enjoy with the...
I'm at a 15 with mouthfeel.
Oh, so you agree with me?
After all the digress.
After that long, drawn-out speech.
No, just because I'm looking at my numbers so far. And I'm like,
yeah, no, I hear you. No,
I think this might score pretty well.
Well, I try to do the same thing, too, to try to balance it out, to see where. Yeah. So I don't want to just be like, nose, I think this. Flavor, I think this. Mouthfeel, I think this.
Okay.
Like what I really...
Here's one.
What I want better out of the product.
Go ahead, beer man.
No, I'm just saying 16 for mine.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Like, here's one with beer. I'm not a huge fan of Hefeweizens. So if we do a Hefeweizen on the channel, I always give it 2 scores. I give it for the style and what it is and what they say is on it in the can versus my personal rating. Because my personal rating is always going to be way lower.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is the same here.
Well, that's the thing, though, too, that's really cool about having a two-way review with people, especially with beer. Is Mike the same way, or does Mike like Hefeweizens or Hefeweizens?
He enjoys them. His cross the bear.
So that's cool. So it's like you get the perspective of somebody who doesn't typically like them. So it could be one where it's like you don't like that style, but the beer's really good. So it's like if you're someone who doesn't typically like it, people want to know that. Whereas like the guy who typically drinks Hefeweizens is going to be like, hey, it's kind of subpar compared to what I drink. You know what I mean? You get two different perspectives. So it's always good. But that's the thing, though. It's like I think there's a lot of people out there that aren't super. They don't, a lot of people are learning. They don't know all the ins and outs of everything, and they're learning just like we are. So it's cool when you get a perspective of somebody who doesn't know as much.
Where's Bumpy? Was he gonna give us
this is like this is like that.
I don't
know. We have the honor of having Bumpy's chair hang out with us tonight.
All right. I mean, we could do finish and then go back to Bumpy if you want.
Bumpy's chair. What do you think about the mouthfeel? Interesting. Wow, solid point there, Bumpy's chair.
Finish. Oh man, okay, I can really sip.
So for me, the finish falls off a little bit.
I wish it was more cinnamon spicy. It's a little peppery spicy on the finish.
It's so smooth though. It's nice.
It's smooth, but I find it a bit of aggressive. I
like the astringency. I like the drying astringency that you get from the coffee and the chocolate.
Yeah. I kind of like the ethanol you were speaking of on the finish. I sort of get that.
See, now that I'm my first pour was kind of more so like that. But the second pour after the neck pour is a little bit more tamed. It also could just be the fact that I'm drinking a little bit more. That's always the thing. First glass of whiskey, of course, isn't going to go down as easily as the fourth or fifth one does. You know, this is only the second one, to clarify. But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean,
I like the smoothness of it.
I think it's right. I don't know. I kind of expect more out of the finish.
Yeah, it doesn't linger around too long. It kind of goes down, dries up, does its thing, but it kind of goes away. It doesn't like stick around, you know.
Kind of wish it was a little bit richer. Like you got a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
Like
you made a point there.
Like I said, maybe like more of the chocolate notes, or maybe a little bit more of the coffee notes. It's you get more of like a peppery astringency, I think.
I'll go 14 on the finish.
I got 15.
The ABV too. The ABV you can like, because the mouthfeel is kind of lighter, and because it is 40%, I feel like it's not as like bold.
Right.
What did you say, Dan?
13 on finish.
13. I have been saying how I like the astringency. I like a little bit of the drying aspect from the like the coffee and chocolate flavor. But I wish they were more prominent. So I'm gonna go 14. I'm gonna be right there with you, beer man.
Nice.
Because I was thinking 13, but I mean I've had some stuff that, you know, this is definitely a lot better on the finish.
All right.
Still waiting on Bubby, huh? It's all right. Overall, what do you guys think so far? Before we really get into the last scores and ratings. Let me think. What do you guys? Any other additional tasting notes, aromatics, anything like that you guys are getting?
I'm starting to get the grain a little bit more.
You said that. Now I can see it. Even on the nose, I'm getting a little bit more of that apple-y kind of cereal grain kind of.
Yeah. I mean, not that that's bad, but I'm just, the more acclimated I've become, I just, yeah.
Just apple Cheerios. Isn't there Cheerios that have apple flavor?
It's like
flavor's still good though.
It's like I'm getting a day-old IPA kind of smell.
Mm. I'm getting cinnamon now. I have an empty glass, but I'm just smelling I get a cinnamon apple. Like festive, like Christmas, where they have those cones, those pine cones with cinnamon and apple smell on them. There's a little out of toffee, or like a butterscotchy toffee or something. The vanilla, maple syrup.
Yeah, this is definitely one that you want a little bit of aeration to. Like if you let it sit for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do say, right? I've heard from other people, so we don't have an age statement, but typically they will say that you should leave a whiskey after you pour it as many minutes as years it's been aged. So if this was aged for 4 years, they say you should leave it and let it aerate for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah.
So
makes sense.
Just a good rule of thumb that people have said. You give it a minute per age. I don't know. Could be baloney, but you know.
I like it.
for me.
Just put it out there. My value, I got a 7.
Really?
Yeah. Now here's the deal.
You're getting something that you typically don't find.
Here's what I mean. Like, my value is higher.
You got the nip.
Because I think this is dirt cheap for a really good.
Yeah, but also think about how many whiskeys you really get to try that are finished in beer barrels.
Yeah.
So I was going to save it for the end, but this is scaring me a little bit because I recently just saw the Bardstown collaborative series with Goose Island finished in Bourbon County stout barrels. And
what was that first name?
Bardstown.
Bardstown, yeah, Bardstown Bourbon, yeah, they make good stuff.
So last year,
like $100 and something bottle.
Yeah, it's $130.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, last year, they did a collaborative with Founders and finished it in KBS barrels.
And what is that? Like $200?
About the same price, 130, 150.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly my point there. But this is also Irish. That's a bourbon, and that Bardstown stuff I heard was.
I'll tell you what. I've recently found a few venues around me that do a lot of whiskey pours on rare bottles. Kind of expensive, but I think if I saw that Bardstown with the Goose Island, and let's say it's $12 for a pour, I think I'd buy it just to try it. Based on this.
Or
I'm at 8 on value.
Eventually I want to be able to buy more expensive bourbons and stuff like that, but it's trying to run the channel and doing videos every week isn't so cheap. Especially this show. This show's getting up there. The Irish whiskey. Why can't I find smaller bottles? I got like 3 750s. I got the Bushmills. You want to see how much of the Bushmills I drank? Where's the Tullamore Dew? It's another one.
Yeah.
Your chair looks like Darth Vader.
So I was really pumped.
You know what I'm saying? I still got like.
So there's only one store around me that sells these in like the little bottles like this. And I remember a while back, like I'm talking like 2 years ago, I had bought a small bottle. And I was like, I'm going to go back there and see if they still got them. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was pumped. I mean, here's the thing with this. I wouldn't mind a bigger bottle. So I think I'd drink it,
I got a good final score.
I got a solid score. I think mine's fair. But I want to hear Bumpy's thoughts on, whatever he's he's still on mouthfeel. Overall, maybe this is a good time to think about what we should do for next week while we wait.
You going into Irish again still for the last, or are we gonna go something else? I think
we're gonna do the last Monday of March. I don't mind doing March Irish Whiskey Month. That would be fun. So I think for the last week of March, we should do another Irish. What do you guys think?
Tullamore Dew.
We did that one.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
One of the weeks. I got it behind me.
Oh, it's when I wasn't there.
You did it. You did it 2 weeks ago. You did tell because I'm even on the episodes I don't join, I still keep track of all of them.
All right. Well, shoot, man.
Tell them or do. I think it was just me and Bumpy actually.
Yeah, it was. That was when I couldn't get. Or yeah, I didn't have any money.
Let's see. So are you guys drinking anything other than the whiskey?
Yeah, I'm drinking a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Nice. I got a
drinking my IPA.
Golden.
Westie. Bill's Westie, actually.
Have you had this, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, in my 20s at some point.
Yeah, I don't care about that beer.
No, that's sort of like in my 20s. I can't I know I've had it, but
it's got like a little bit more of a so it's a golden ale. Well, it's a blonde ale or blonde/golden ale, but it's got a little bit more of that like malt liquor kind of twang to it. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I like Colt 45.
Have you had the golden? I
buy that all the time.
The golden Labatt?
No, but I saw Labatt Blue for a really good price. I want to do a review on it.
Oh no, so it's
I haven't done any of the like Canadian macros. I need to do
called
more.
Like Labatt Big Deal or something.
Oh really?
It's a collaboration with Barstool Sports.
Oh, that would be a good product to review.
$15 whiskeys. Killigan.
Here you go.
Red Breast, 12-year.
Red Breast is expensive.
I know.
Dude, hey, I've been saying Red Breast 12 for a hot minute.
What about Proper 12?
Row & Co.
Co. Even after bourbon, I still am hanging my coat on that double oak from Woodford. I really want that.
What about Proper 12?
Proper 12.
Hey, I'm Irish. Conor McGregor.
Proper 12.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard that stuff is something.
Yeah, I've had it before.
Oh, Proper. Yeah, okay.
Proper 12. That's Conor McGregor's brand. The UFC fighter.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one that we'll eventually have to do, but we don't have to do that to finish off the Irish Whiskey Month. We'll definitely end up doing that one, though. Definitely. That'll be a fun one.
The Irishman. 12 years. That's a lot of money.
They have the Red Bush, Bushmills Red Bush. They have the other versions of the Bushmills.
What about Dubliner Irish? It's only $30.
I don't know if I can get that one. John L. Sullivan. What about John L. Sullivan? Can anybody get John L. Sullivan? That's my pen, bro.
Mickey Finn.
John L. Sullivan. John L. Sullivan's only $19 for a $7.50.
Or Patty's. Patty Irish.
Oh, Patty's a good one too. We could do Patty. We should have done Patty for today.
Yay.
I've had Patty's. Patty's is actually a pretty good Irish whiskey for the money. Cheap. It's like what, $20? We should have done Patty's.
$20.
Patty's would have been a good one. Paddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty Irish whiskey. Yeah.
When is he gonna find it?
Let me see if Bumpy can get it.
Dude, that's cheap.
See if Bumpy can get it.
Oh, they got a bunch of them in Warrenton. Yeah, I can get Patty's.
Excuse me.
That would be cool. Well,
yeah,
if y'all are down on
Bumpy can get Patty's for $18 to $7.50. That's cheap. I can pay $20. What's yours?
Let's see here.
They have nips too. If Bumpy wants
$18, man. $17.95. Yeah, and it's got a cork, dude.
Oh, it definitely don't have a cork no more.
Oh, it looked like it had a cork anyway.
It might. That might be an old picture.
Oh yeah, it could be an old picture.
It definitely doesn't have a cork no more. What's going on? Why did half the panel leave? Dan, are you still there?
Yeah.
What is going on today? Is Bumpy still around?
I don't know. Should we just score it?
I mean, but that would screw up the average.
We can adjust it later.
We'll just wait for him. I don't mind.
Luke John, cheers, Patty Whack.
Dan, can you get Patty?
I don't even know what that is.
It's Irish whiskey. Beerman and Bumpy can get it. It's called Patty Irish whiskey is the name of it. But I've had it before. It's actually not that bad. It's decent.
I'll see how much it is.
Yeah. We'll see we'll see in
add to the collection.
We'll see you in April. I had to think about what month it was next. We'll see you in April.
No, again, I want to participate, but I don't want to collect all these bottles I have no interest in.
Yeah.
Cheers, Luke John. What's up, buddy? This is a positive comment. Cheers, bro.
Like the Stout Edition, I had it a long time ago. I was like, yeah, I'll most likely enjoy this if I dive in.
Yeah. This one's super easy to drink.
It's not. No.
I'm very glad we're drinking a little bit more of this tonight because I have to go out with my father-in-law and my stepmother-in-law.
Oh my God! Did you? Willet Pot Still? That's not good. I'll never buy that.
Which one?
The beer man put in the private chat. Willet Pot Still.
Oh yeah!
I need to buy that. I need to review.
The bottle looks sick, dude.
It looks sick. Every whiskey tuber I know says avoid that bottle.
Like Dan does.
Really? It's $60.
He doesn't give his own opinions. He just has to rely off of other people's opinions. Apparently.
Damn.
Listen, when one person says that,
everybody on YouTube says it's bad, doesn't mean it's bad.
When 25 people that have a Darth experience.
Yeah, and these 25 people are drinking $100 to $150 bottles of bourbon every day. Yeah.
Yeah, they're drinking the real good shit. And
just saying,
this is supposedly good.
Not trying to call anybody out, but then just saying. Yeah, you never know. I mean, I haven't tried the pot still.
So basically what you're saying is nobody should ever watch a review because you'd never listen to someone else.
How did you get that assumption? Am I talking
because you said because 20 people said it's bad, you won't rely on your own experience.
No, I'm saying that just because the people on YouTube are saying that a bourbon is awful doesn't mean that bourbon's awful. There are people out there that might like it.
I've never heard someone say it's good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But just because everybody on YouTube says it's bad doesn't mean that there's some guy out there that doesn't like it. He bought it and was like, "This is awful." I'm gonna take my chances
and listen to the pros. I'm gonna take my chances and listen to the pros.
All right.
There's another one for you.
Follow me, bro.
What do you think? Ooh, another one, man.
That's why I haven't tried the Willet pot still, but it's because of the you know what people have said about it. But I wouldn't mind buying one to try it because I really like the rye. I like their Willet rye. I like their.
You literally said the same thing I said, and then you jumped down my throat about it.
What are you talking about?
You said I haven't tried it because all these other people.
I haven't tried it because people say things about it, but that's not saying that I would never buy it. I'm not going to sit here and say I'll never buy that product. I'll show you. I have a ton of Willet products, dude.
Oh, I know you do.
This is Willet. This is their old Bardstown. That's Willet.
Here's the thing: if you tell me that bottle's garbage, I'd never buy it.
Yeah, because I'm your friend, and I'm not going to lie to you.
Allegedly.
Johnny Drum. This might be one of their.
Again, people I trust have said it's not a very good bourbon, so I don't want to buy it. No, the Willet.
Oh. I mean, they make good stuff. It's probably just like their typical run-of-the-mill flagship product that they make, and then they stick it in a fancy bottle, and you pay a little bit more for it. That's probably why people don't like it.
Let me throw this out there.
These are all different, like exclusive, like hard, like not exclusive. They're not exclusive, hard to find, but they're not as readily available as
let me throw this out there. Three Floyds makes good beer, but they also made Secret Savages.
I don't know what Secret Savages is.
Sure you do. It was the one that tastes like turpentine at Beer Tuber Palooza.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe it is bad. Can you get nips of the Willet pot still?
No, you have to.
This is awesome, dude. This might be one of my favorite whiskeys.
I saw that on a shelf.
This is just a regular 4-year. I can get this for $69. And when this bottle's finished, I'll probably buy another one.
Here, man, how much is that bottle? $500? Bushmill's 21-year-old single malt. $500 bottle.
What about Slain, man?
Beer man's like, fuck it. Let's go for the gusto.
Slane's another popular one. I think we should do. Personally, I think we should do Patty.
21
three of us can get it, and we know Dan's not going to come next week anyways. So I think Patty would be a good off.
I'll tell you what. Fuck it. Let's buy Redbreast 12.
No. We'll do that another time. Definitely not Redbreast 12. One, it's hard to find.
What about Riders?
Two, it's like $65 or $55. You can probably get it for $55, I think. That's one that Redbreast 12 is like, okay, so put it this way. Redbreast 12 is like Buffalo Trace's allocated stuff.
Yep. Jameson
is Middleton. Middleton is Redbreast. So Redbreast is made at the Middleton distillery. Middleton actually makes the product that we're drinking now, and Redbreast is also made by the same distillery. But it's like apples.
I've had it before.
You know what I mean?
I've had it before.
What?
I've had it before.
The Redbreast? Yeah, I've had it. I've had a sample of it too.
I had it probably, I don't know, 20 years ago.
Yeah, like Jameson is literally like Buffalo Trace, where it's the more readily available, and then like Middleton products and Redbreast and all that is like the products that you need to sell a certain amount of. I'm assuming Jameson to get Redbreast. And
honestly, the next bottle of booze I buy is probably going to be Double Oak from Woodford.
Middleton's expensive.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, Middleton is their like higher end stuff though.
$300 plus. Jesus.
Oh, I don't know. That you're looking at something fancy.
The Rare Irish.
Because they have other offerings that are not that expensive. I don't think they're that much. I've tried a couple Middleton products, and I've had the Redbreast. It was the Jameson rep, the Middleton Jameson rep. So I don't know what's up with Bumpy. We've been going for almost like 10 minutes now. I guess we could just maybe put him in the basement for now. And I guess we could just go over our final scores, and maybe he'll show up at the end. And if not, that'll be our average. So, Dan, what did you give for? Did everyone go over finish, right? We all gave our finish. I give a 14. Beer man, what did you give for your finish?
14.
14. Dan, what was your finish?
13.
13. So what was everyone's value? I said 7.
8.
8.
7.
Yeah, I think for the value, I think it's worth it. Like I said, you don't really find too many whiskeys that are finished in a beer barrel. So I wish it was higher ABV, but
then you should buy the Bardstown.
But that's also compared to value, $130 compared to what?
You never know. This thing could be like the.
You guys also paid cheaper than I did. I paid $36 for my bottle. So I paid the most out of everyone.
Yeah, you did. Jeez.
So for a final score, what has everyone got?
Go for it.
I've got a 75.
I have an 80.
And I have a 75 as well.
Boy, that's a good one. Huh?
Okay, so for right now, we're at an average of 76. And we can adjust that one, Bumpy. Actually, no, 76.6, so 77.
Wow. Good stuff, folks. Really good.
So far.
So, yeah, when Bumpy ever comes back.
All right, just give me a second. Hold on. Let's we'll take a 2-minute quick break. I'm gonna use the restroom. And
75. What was yours, beer man? 80?
70, 80.
We're gonna take a quick 2-minute break. We'll be right back. We're gonna give Bumpy maybe a couple more minutes.
Bumpy's dead.
Why would you say that, Dan? All right, cheers. All right, and we're back.
All right.
There you go.
Ah! Almost dropped my computer.
All right. So we're just gonna wrap it up. We're almost at an hour and a half. Yeah, so what did you say? 77 was the average there, Dan?
Indeed, 76.6. So 77.
So average at 77 out of 100.
And I wrote down the individual scores so that way when Bumpy gets in,
just so everyone knows, this score is going to stay the same. So Bumpy didn't finish the exam with us. This is the score. When Bumpy comes back, has a number. Sorry, this is what's on camera. We lost Bumpy at like mouthfeel, I think.
Okay.
So this is the score, and that's what we're sticking with. 77 out of 100 for the Jameson Caskmates Stout edition. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do some quick shout outs and wrap this up. Dan, what do you got for shout outs for your channel there, brother? Dan?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at our our list. And like I said, I always keep track of even the ones I don't join because I'm a true friend of the show, and even if I don't want to spend money. Out of the Irish stuff, this kicked every Irish whiskey's ass that has been on the show. And in fact, it is 6 points higher than regular Jameson, which came in at 69. Tullamore came in at 68. Bushmills came in at 62. And I believe that's the only Irish whiskey. So, yeah, this is top dog in the Irish world as far as this channel is concerned.
Nice.
Overholt was a bourbon, right? Not Irish.
Oh, Overholt, rye.
Yeah, rye.
Oh, right.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, yeah. So yeah, kick the ass out of that.
Oh, and look who's back.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, it's Dan. My
daughter's been having problems with her vehicle and stuff.
Yeah, I figured it was something serious. So, well, scratch that. Let's see if we have the same average. Bumpy, what's your score there? Oh, wait, hold on.
Well,
Bumpy,
you didn't even get my my mouth.
Well, yes, I was just about to ask you. Would you like to give
it
your thoughts on
it
mouthfeel, finish, and value?
I gave
Let
it
him
a
speak, man.
I'm just explaining to the people who are watching the show, bro.
God, you guys sound like my daughter. You won't even fucking listen to me.
I'm listening to you.
On mouthfeel, I gave it a 14.
Okay.
On finish, I gave it a 14. And on value, I gave it an 8.
Hey, me too.
Where did I stand with everybody?
We'll all give our.
What's your final?
Yes. Well, no, Dan, what's your mouthfeel finish value?
Well, I add this up. Yeah.
15, 13, 7.
Beer man.
16, 14, 8.
And I was at mouthfeel 15, finish 14, value 7.
So we're all pretty close.
What was your total score there, Bumpy?
I'm adding it right now.
Okay. I figured you were, I know you're not just going to disappear there, bro.
Tanner exiled you off the fucking island.
I said if he's not coming back, we're not going to have his score. So we're going to stick with this rating because it's like,
74.
I didn't know what was going on, bro. What is it, Bumpy?
74.
74? Okay.
Jesus Christ, Tanner.
You actually, he gave it lower than me. You gave it lower than me, right?
Oh, you brought down our average. You ruined the whole thing at 76. Before from back though, it was a 76.6.
Oh.
So we are now officially down to a 76. Still kicks the ass out of any other Irish whiskey.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So we were at a 77 before you came back, Bumpy. So 1 point higher. So we're still, but like Dan said, still highest for the Irish. I was at
so Bumpy. You've stated before that you absolutely don't like Jameson.
I don't like Jameson.
So, like, is this a shock to you? Like, did you crack this bottle beforehand? Like, is this a complete shock to you, or
this was? Yeah, no, it wasn't a complete shock to me. I did crack it, and let me tell you, the first glass I had out of it, it was all right. I was like, okay, I can see similarities with like the other Irish whiskeys. It was maybe after it rested a night, and then the second glass that I poured, after it maybe had some oxidized, a little bit of air to it anyways, that's when I started noticing more of that kind of stout note coming through with the coffee and chocolate. And I was like, oh wow, this is actually quite special. I'm liking this. It's quite different from the other Irish whiskeys. And tonight, like when the first whiff I took was out of the bottle, after opening the top for the first time tonight, I took a whiff out of the bottle and I was like, holy crap. Yeah, that's like totally stout in the coming out of the bottle. So it's kind of grown as it's been opened and breathing. It's gotten better.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if this was a fresh crack for me, I don't think I would have even scored it where I've scored it tonight. It would have been lower.
All right. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try it a couple days from now or tomorrow. Again.
Ironically, I was happy I got the nips, but now I kind of want more.
Right, dude.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing that I was pissed off when I went to the store because on the website they said that they had the nips, but it's a statewide thing. So this could have been like friggin' Nashua, anywhere else that they would have had the nips. So I went in there and they only had the 750. So I was ticked at first. I'm like, God, I don't really have the money to be paying this. I'm like, piss. I'm like, whatever, I'll do it. And so I was super happy that I actually liked it. Because if it was another one of those other ones, the Bushmills, if it was just like that, I would have been like, fuck my life.
When you were gone, Tanner was highlighting his lack of activity on the previous Irish whiskeys. The Bushmills, he hasn't even touched it since.
I drink those first. I try to get rid of whiskeys I don't like first.
Just a little at a time.
The Bushmills doesn't even look like anybody opened it. It's pretty.
Yeah, I don't have as many whiskeys as you, so it's like the ones that I do have, it's like I try to savor. So I am drinking the shit first.
Still trying to drink the Rebel.
Yeah. I did finish the Rebel.
I think I still have Rebel too.
Oh, the bottle that was the Rebel, man. Dude, when I recycled the Rebel bottle, like so
just mix it with soda,
right? And it sat there for a couple days in an empty bottle. I popped the top before I put it in the recycling bin. I smelled it. I was like, "Oh God, that's bad." It didn't. Like a lot of times, it smells good when it's an empty bottle.
Yeah, dude.
It actually smelled bad.
Oh no!
Look at the 1783.
I finished that. That was good.
I still got that.
That was really. You had
like really. See, I typically I haven't been drinking much whiskey lately, other than when I like. Usually Monday's my whiskey night, and I've been kind of liking that, where it's like I'll drink. I'll do the exam. I'll do the exam, and then I'll have beer, man. You do too that night, to not.
Yeah,
I don't have any mixers left. That went. The mixers went pretty quick for me.
I should have
beer, man. I'll remind you in 6 months.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in my closet and make sure I didn't drink.
No, don't look in there.
And what was yours? What was your score? 70.
Mine was a 75.
75, and then Beerman, you were 80, right?
80. I was at a big old whopping 80.
Nice.
Because I liked it a lot.
And what were you at, Tanner?
I was at a 75.
All right, so I was the lowest by 1 point.
For an Irish whiskey. Yeah.
So overall, this was definitely killed it in this the Irish whiskey variety that we've had lately. I mean, we are all beer people, so I mean, I can see why we enjoy this. We all like stouts. But yeah, as far as a Irish whiskey as a whole, I think that this is really good. Anybody who is a fan of Jameson should try this because it's just, I would say it's one of your more crushable whiskeys.
Did you guys see before you end this? Did you guys see nips of any of the other ones at all in general?
No. I saw, so they have like the coffee. The coffee is one that you can get. The regular Jameson. They're whatever flavored ones they have. I know they have like the apple. Don't they have the apple?
They have orange.
Orange, yeah. I think there's an apple one too.
I want to try the IPA one, man.
But like they typically only do. I think they discontinued like the Caskmates versions in the. I don't know if You were able to get the Black Barrel in a smaller size bottle before?
I've never seen small bottles of Black Barrel, and I used to drink Black Barrel for a living back in the day.
Yeah, they have like the Cooper's something. There's a Jameson Cooper's something. It's like a $60 bottle. Have you guys ever heard of that? Cooper's Crows. Cooper's Crows.
We're not doing another Jameson product, right?
No. I'm just saying. Cooper's Crows. What is the difference with this one? So maybe it's just it's 43% non-chill filtered. So it's a 43% non-chill filtered version of Jameson, I think, is the Cooper's Crows.
Actually, Bumpy, Beer Man already picked. We're going to do a 21-year-old single malt Bushmills.
Yeah, imagine.
So,
I think we're going to do Patty.
Patties?
Yeah, Patty. Paddy.
I can get the 50 mils of that.
So. I know you can.
That's good.
Nice.
So I think we're going to do Patty. Dan, if you can get it, we'll see you there.
I'll tell you what. Mark my words. If I can get a 50 mil, I'm there. If I can't, I'm not.
Okay, that's fair. And then next month, what do you guys want to move on to? I was thinking
anything but Irish whiskeys.
I said to Bumpy it would be cool to try some type of bourbon that's finished in like some type of barrel. Like a finished whiskey.
Oh, there's plenty of those.
I'll mention it every time. Still on my wish list. I really want that double oaked.
Woodford? Dude, that's like $60, Dan.
Yeah. And eye in the prize, dude. We did an expensive whiskey once.
Man, I gotta go, guys.
I'm just saying eventually.
Yeah.
Keep it on.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap this up quick. Beerman is gonna leave. Beerman, you want to do shout outs? Just shout yourself out really quick. And then you can just leave.
Here, wait, hold on. Let me take a picture of this.
We'll end the show without you. That's fine. I know you
guys. Nah, my father-in-law is in town.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Yeah. What, you guys shout outs for your channel there?
Just shout out I Brew, You Brew with Garrett. Check him out. Let me put that link up real quick. Yeah. And then my stuff is Beer and Cheese Tuesday, of course, 8 o'clock Eastern, and All Spun Out 6 o'clock Eastern Wednesday. Anyone's invited to any of those. Don't feel like you can't show up. Just have those things, beer and cheese, and whatever beer you want on Wednesday is fine for a first-time show. I've got all these canned beers that I need to box up and send out. I've been working on labels, so this is one. I got to give it to my father-in-law, but this is your label for East West Coast.
That's dope, dude.
So it's got the X over here from Oregon all the way to New Hampshire because me and Bumpy worked on it. And then it's got all the information for what's in the beer, and then the ABV, IBU, and can date and all that stuff with the bubble gum right there. So
that's official.
Yeah, official. I am going into the Kolsch Cup for Homebrewers, whatever. I forgot the podcast, but it's April 5th. I have to enter this Kolsch in there, and then I've got a Schwarzbier that I'll be brewing within the next week or two. I hope that my chiller gets here soon because I'm getting a little worried about temperatures. Otherwise, I might do a closed fermentation so I don't have to worry so much about temps. And then get that out by June for the national competition with what is it? AHA. Something Homebrewers Association, American Homebrewers Association. But so that's coming. Hopefully we can get some gold. I got gold. No, maybe we can get some gold medals. I'll take a bronze. I don't give a shit. But other than that, it's been fun brewing, and I love brewing. I want to keep brewing, and I want to hopefully have a brew pub one day. So keep on brewing, Tanner. Seriously, like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so glad you're into it, and just keep doing it. Don't stop. So that's my opinion. But
I think we lost him.
I think he fell in his kettle.
What's going on? All right, something went crazy. No, you guys have a good night, man. Love you, man. Okay, guys. Right. Cheers. If you guys are on later, I'll hook up with you guys. I don't know how long we'll be out, so cheers.
All right. Cheers, bro.
I'll look for you. Cheers. All right.
Bye, buddy.
All right, Dan, Bobby, what do you guys think? Shout outs.
Go ahead, Dan.
I got nothing.
Nothing?
Typical Dan.
Nothing good on your channel going on?
What do you mean typical Dan? Don't say the comment. Explanation.
Typical Dan.
What's
I got nothing. My videos are awesome, and me and my friend are awesome to watch, but I got nothing.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day,
Light yourself up, bro. Your channel's entertaining.
I don't like talking about me. I don't like talking about me.
Typical Dan, just like Josh. Emo.
Holy fuck. Fine. Just to suit you. Just
craft beer sucks.
Please you.
Go home.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Catch us on FLX Beer Reviews, where on Wednesdays lately we've been having a blast from the past. 2021 lost footage from the vault. Ooh. On Fridays we like to do a local Friday FLX beer, so hopefully it's a beer from the FLX. I don't know. Although today we had a local FX, we had a Hydra sandwich, and I surprised Mike with it because I didn't want Mike thinking about it too much because he hates Mortalis, and he'll basically poop on Mortalis. So yeah, we did Hydra sandwich. So it's a peanut butter and fluff sandwich Hydra. We did the EQ on Friday from Ridge. We got some more beers coming from Ridge, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I know me and Mike want to do, we got some other things planned other than beer. I'll leave it at that, but we'll see when it happens, how it happens, but we'll go from there. I'd like to say thank you and both apologize for people putting up with my abrasiveness. And thanks for having me on here, even though I can't join every week.
I thought you were going to apologize to me. I was going to say, finally. Oh,
I'll never apologize to you. I'll apologize to Bumpy, but not you.
You better, bitch.
No, but I truly do want to be on here all the time, but I just can't do it. Like I can't spend the money.
And every time you show up, it's okay, bro. When you can show up, you can show up, and we appreciate you being here.
You know what I mean?
But you do know that when you don't show up, it skews the.
Yeah, when you don't show up, you're a piece of shit. Just know that, you know.
Yeah, like the scoring's not the scoring. The algorithm's not quite the same.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what? Maybe it doesn't affect your channel, but it affected Poppy's channel. That's all I was trying to say. And I'll exit with this. I hear everything. I see dead people. All right. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Bobby.
All right. Well, first thing I would like to do is shout out a channel that Beerman shouted out once, and so I actually went and checked him out and subscribed. And it's a pretty fun channel. The Beerman was right. The guy's kind of funny, and he goes around different breweries and stuff. And it's Squatchy Brew Dude. So I'll leave a link to his channel right down in the chat here, so you can find him. He did just shout out Beerman and myself in his last video that he made, which he went to Hoof Hearted Brewing Company. So it's interesting. But there you go. You got his link right there. And Squatchy, if you're watching this, yeah, I'm from New Hampshire. I'm not a masshole. I'm not from the greater Boston area. I am New Hampshire. And I'm also not from Rhode Island. That's an insult. That's where Tanner lives. That guy. Yeah, I'm New Hampshire, where we have intelligent people who go to college to learn things and not just play sports.
You never went to college. What are you talking about?
I didn't go to college because I couldn't afford it.
We have people that do those things.
We're all broke as jokes, but we work hard.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this shout out where he's just pretty much insulting me?
It's okay, Tanner.
Shout out.
Anyways, yeah, on my own channel, I have multiple things going on. That's why there are isms here. I've changed my channel name to Bumpy Isms because I don't homebrew much anymore. I haven't in a couple of years. I may get back into it at some point. I don't do just beer reviews. I've been posting frozen pizza reviews as well. It's a passion of mine. Very passionate about frozen pizzas, especially since I started doing reviews on them. I've learned a lot. And it's been a fun adventure. I can tell you that. I enjoy I've dropped eating nachos most of the time to eating frozen pizza. Guys know the off airs and stuff or other lives I've done nachos many a times. But I also like to cook stuff. I mostly enjoy outdoor cooking. So like on a grill of some sort. So do have the Blackstone and a Pit Boss smoker / grill because you can open flame it just like you're making a flame broiled Whopper at Burger King. So yeah, sometimes I'll throw out videos on something I may have cooked for dinner for the fams, you know. And I don't just stop at the cooking. I don't just say, "Ooh, this looks good." I taste it too. And sometimes, you know, there's certain times it's like I've eaten something that I cooked that looked good, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right."
I taste it too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I actually eat it. So that's all on Bumpyisms. It's not just Bumpy Road Brews. It's not just Bumpy Road Brewery. It's Bumpyisms.
You should put in your description on your channel Bumpy Road Brews, so if people search that, you'll come up.
No, I'm just Bumpyisms now. Most people just refer to me as Bumpy. Anyways, I could.
But I'm saying,
there's other Bumpies out there. That's the problem. There's Bumpy
all I'm saying though is if you put in your description, even if you were like, usually go by Bumpy Road Brews. When people search Bumpy Road Brews, you'll pop up, and your Bumpyism channel will pop up. I'm saying for a better algorithm for your channel, as far as like.
Oh yeah, I don't really care about my algorithm for the most
part. Well,
I mean,
do. I want people to watch your channel.
That's why I wanted to change my name, is because I didn't want to drive like people that might enjoy something that I do. I didn't want them to pass up my channel because my name was just Bumpy Road Brews, and they're like, it's just about brewing or something, you know, because it kind of does just sound like a brewing channel, and I'm not interested in that. But people find my pizza reviews quite often, apparently. So that's where I've gotten most of my viewing stuff is off the frozen pizza. So
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like, you know, no matter what.
I have no opinion on your channel.
No matter what.
Nobody likes my channel anyways. I lose subscribers daily, so fuck everybody.
That's.
I have no opinion. I don't want to get yelled at.
That's YouTube though. Don't ever take that offense. YouTube is just like they wash out. It is what it is. That's.
No, I really don't care. I mean, I'm doing things. I'm doing things that I enjoy doing.
Like, no, but
much like Dan and Mike. They said for this upcoming year, you know, they're going to do things differently on their channel. They're going to do things that they enjoy doing. They're just going to do it because they feel like doing it. not do it because they feel like they're forced into doing something to appease people. And that's kind of the way I feel too. I enjoy actually doing beer reviews. I enjoy doing
That's what I was trying to say to you, though, Bumpy.
I enjoy cooking. Do I enjoy filming myself cooking? No, but
I don't think
I do enjoy cooking. So let's do it.
I like your name change. We've always said Bumpyisms. You know, I do enjoy
Bumpyisms was the thing because I say some like weird shit sometimes. And
I know
that's a Bumpyism. So like, here's an example of a Bumpyism. If anybody's watching, Luke John loves this one. I said, and it was a total mistake because I had taken some pills that were to help with something, and then I started having chest pains, which resembled a heart attack. So there's this whole thing about like doctors will say, don't take this unless you're healthy enough to have sex. And that's what I meant to say. But I messed up and I said, are you sexy enough to have sex?
Yeah, that was on my channel
So
as well.
That's like a Bumpyism. So there you go. Yeah. Are you sexy enough to have sex?
That was on the one with Joe. That was great. But no, what I was saying to you, Bumpy, I don't think it, to be completely honest with you, dude, I don't think it matters what your name is. People are going to watch your videos because they like you, dude. People want to watch your videos because they enjoy you. You're a good friend. You're
obviously not the people
reviewer. You're a good pizza reviewer. Your food. We made some awesome. Those friggin' smash burgers we made together were freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, but I do an even better job now that I know what to do.
No. That was your first. Was that your first time when we?
That was my first time doing smash burgers. I didn't even know how to do
Blackstone, right?
On your Blackstone.
Hell yeah!
It didn't totally weird and awful, but they turned out fine, right?
No, they came out pretty damn good.
Yeah. That's a New York thing right there.
But Dan, I never told you. I have a portable. Maybe I have told you. I have a portable Blackstone. Flat top. Like whenever September, I'm bringing it. So we can do like breakfast, bacon, eggs, and pancakes, all that good shit. Out. And then we could cook dinner, we could cook lunch on it, dude. Fucking chilling, bro. Portable. So I put it in the back of my car, bring right there, right in the backyard. We can make whatever we want. Chilling.
We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah. But awesome guys. Appreciate you guys. Dan, Bumpy, Beerman. Thank you guys for being on the show tonight. It's been fun. It's almost 2 hours. This might be one of the longest examinations. A little bit all over the place, but hopefully everyone's having a good time hanging out.
Yeah, no, there was that other one. The other one that went longer.
Whiskey examination?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, maybe. We're almost at 2 hours now. But shout out to the chat. Luke John, Bumpy, Beerman. Let's see. Beer Hounds with Bill. Short and Style Beer Reviews. Check out Sam Smalley. FLX Beer Reviews. Dan over there. John and Ellie. Our good friend John. Dear Dom. Awesome supporter. This guy is always like number one person to say something in my chat. So definitely shout out to you, Tater Dom. Cheers there, brother.
Hashtag proper glassware.
Always number one. Cheers, Tater Dom. We had Teresa in here as well. Cheers to Teresa. And also Angie. So cheers to Angie as well. Thank you guys. Appreciate all you. Thank you very much for your service this evening, gentlemen. May your forever grace in life, the water of life. That being whiskey. I like that one, Luke John. No, I like it. That was a good one. Cheers, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, dude. So next Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing Paddy Irish whiskey. Finish off the month of March with
That's
another
Paddy.
Paddy. And I think, April, we're going to start it off with possibly some type of bourbon, finish in some type of barrel, which should be fun.
like wine barrels and
something like that. Something like that.
French oak.
Cool. Something. Anything sherry cask. Anything like
that.
Maker's 46.
Barrels.
Maker's 46 is good. But that Maker's 46 is different. They add oak staves. It's actually not finished.
Are there any whiskeys out there that finish off in another whiskey's barrel?
I don't know. Possible. They
like
couldn't
Jack
call it
Daniels
bourbon.
finishes off in a Willet.
Well, technically, they're not bourbon after their finish. Right?
What is it then?
A bourbon that's finished in this.
We digress.
Yeah. It's very specific. It's technically not a bourbon because a bourbon
it's quite Pacific, so it's West Coast.
Specific.
It's watery. All
right. Yeah. Other than that, look out for more beer reviews, whiskey reviews, tequila reviews in general, anything with alcohol in it, pretty much. Actually, I reviewed this a couple days ago, but I did my 3 beer reviews at Ragged Island Brewing Company. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was a little bit different. It wasn't just me sitting in front of a camera in my little setup here and talking about a beer. I was actually at a brewery where I got a draft pour, and I'm letting you know what I think about the beer. So those are pretty fun. And I try to show the scenery and what you expect when you go there. And I want to do more brewery style reviews. I just don't want to be walking around and have a camera in people's face. But so look out for more of those like brewery style beer reviews. Look out for more, like I said, like tequila, whiskey reviews, and all that good stuff. We were supposed to do Rate That Beer at 7 today. I unfortunately had a very long day, and I haven't really got much sleep lately because it's been busy, and I've just been going through stuff. Have had a lot of things to do lately. Unreal.
Catch.
But yeah, so next week, hopefully, we'll do another Rate That Beer on Monday. Look out for maybe possibly another Rate That Beer this week. Possible Will It Mix. I was talking about that off air or on Miscellaneous, actually. I think we were on Miscellaneous.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to you, though. I was bitching about something else.
Possible Will It Mix. So that should be fun. If you guys don't know what Will It Mix is, you pretty much take, yeah. Will It Mix is pretty much you take any type of adult beverage and you mix it with whatever you want, and you make some type of cocktail. You could do a beer cuvee. You could mix 2 different beers. So look out for Will It Mix.
What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
You could do a cuvee.
No,
2 different beers.
That's wrong.
2 different beers and make a cuvee.
It's cuvee.
Actually, it's Covey. Because that's how Joe texted to me. It's Covey. COOVVV.
All right. Well, yeah. Look out for that. Should be fun. I'm constantly trying to do new live streams. I want it to be entertaining. I want people to have fun on my channel. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the whiskey examinations. If you're on the panel, if you're watching, yeah. Cheers, everybody. I want to shout out Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. Check him out. He's a Canadian. He's from Ontario.
Boo.
He is a cool dude. He posts a lot of videos. He does a lot of content. He started another channel called Watts, WATTS, Watts on the Grill. It's his cooking channel. Check him out. And then check out his buddy.
Sounds great. Too bad he's Canadian.
Ooh.
Unreal. Shane's Craft Beer Reviews and Brian, his buddies.
Fucking, why don't you just deport yourself at this point?
Are we doing Canadian whiskeys next month?
That's what it is. It's just one big build-up.
This is the type of respect I get on my channel. I can't even do shout-outs.
Can we finally do whiskey?
All right. Check them out.
Just chugging maple syrup.
Yeah. Did you know that, like, one of my first Canadian whiskey reviews on my channel I said it tasted like I forgot what the hell it was, but I said like a maple syrup note, and somebody's comment was like, they were like, "Hey asshole, you do know that everything from Canada doesn't taste like maple syrup, right?" Or
no, sometimes it tastes like
and
burning
my
bacon.
my comment back would have been, my apologies. It tastes more like Canadian bacon.
Which is just
all right. We love our Canadian friends. Shout out to Paul Middlefrew. Actually, I've been talking to Paul about brewing. Another
long conversation.
The 28th, we're going to be bottling the Hefeweizen, so look out for that. And also the 26th through 26th, 27th, me and this guy and Turtle Man are getting together. So look out for those videos. We're going to be doing
John and Nelly.
Is it confirmed?
He said that he said he can make it. But it's John and Nelly, so
and I think Bumpy's wife is going to be on vacation, so it's going to be
it's just going to be us and the dogs, man.
So
when are you doing this?
The
27th of this month,
26th and 27th.
Yeah, well, it'll just be Tanner and I on the 26th.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, Turtle Man and John.
Sweet. I'll be there in spirit.
Oh, you coming too? You need my address.
He could.
We'll
talk about all this off air. Cheers to everybody. Thank you guys. It's been another fun whiskey examination. Patty's Irish whiskey next week. Finish off the month of March. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Hopefully you guys are all safe and had a good weekend. And thank you to the panel. And to all you guys, if there's anything else you'd like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to grab them up, come to the Let's leave a beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Thank you.